Today is not only the first day of spring, in astronomical terms, the vernal equinox, it's also the Persian New Year, or Nowruz. Celebrations are taking place all over the world. Now, Jeffrey Brown samples the festive menu of Nowruz with recipes from a new cookbook by a leading Persian chef. It's part of Canvas, our regular arts and culture series.
Tell me what you're doing here. What's going on?
I'm making noodle soup.
Noodle.
You should have noodle soup for the Persian New Year. Noodles represent part of life.
Oh, so there's a lot of meaning to those
Yes,
noodles, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Actually, every dish I'm making, there are some represent something. It means something.
The Washington, D.C. home and kitchen of celebrated cook Najmieh Batmanglij,
The aroma of coriander.
as she prepares a special meal.
I'm making a traditional Persian New Year meal, and I'm making fish and a spring lamb, because some part of Iran they eat spring lamb for the Nowruz. I love what I'm doing. I'm so lucky, and I cook with all my being, and I cook with love, and I love to have people that I care for.
Najmieh is author of 8 cookbooks, including Food of Life, a Bible of sorts for Persians living abroad.
This is about 3 pounds of spinach. If you hold this for me. I usually make it because one of my sons is vegan. This is a trend these days. Kids, they don't want to eat meat. So we're going to put about 3 pounds of spinach.
She's also a personal friend. I've been lucky to dine at her table a number of times over the years and hear stories of her growing up in Tehran.
I just making it the way my mother made it, because she used always fresh noodles.
I remember you telling me that you did not cook as a girl, right? Your mother wouldn't let you in the kitchen?
Yes. I always loved to cook, but my mother wouldn't allow me in the kitchen. She would say, go to university, get your education. You will have plenty of time to cook. And she was right.
Najmieh studied in the United States, and on graduation,
I returned to Iran, and then she allowed me in her kitchen, actually.
Finally,
She said, come and learn from me.
after the 1979 Iranian Revolution, she and her husband Mohammed fled, first to France, one of the few countries that did not require a visa.
I was very homesick and nostalgic. You know, I was pregnant when we left Iran, and I was alone. I didn't speak French. So I need to connect with my root. I need to heal myself.
Healing that came through cooking.
I think when you're away from home, the aroma of your childhood kitchen is very important.
Yeah.
You want to connect that with that aroma. Or have fresh noodles too in there.
Okay.
This is a noodle soup. This is fried onion. You see how lovely is this? This garlic. And I'm gonna put some kashk. This is a kashk. Voila.
Wonderful.
Bring flavor.
Mohammed Batmanglij, a helpmate and taster in the kitchen,
I need the kafir. ببین اونجا گذاشتم یا اونجاست.
also fosters Persian culture through his work as a publisher of ancient and contemporary literature, in addition to Najmieh's cookbooks. Their new one, Cooking in Iran, is the most ambitious, based on her visits to the country starting in 2015, after more than 3 decades of exile.
You've done many books over the years, but for this one, you really wanted to return to Iran.
Yes.
Why?
You know, for last 35 years, I cooked outside of Iran. But I had this fantastic dream to go back to Iran, to travel throughout Iran. I wanted to go from one region to another region. I want to cook with the cooks. I want to share tables.
Hailed by the New York Times as an engrossing visual feast and one of the best cookbooks of 2018, the book captures the sheer diversity of the country,
I want to get the flavor.
its population, geography, and cuisine that Americans rarely have a chance to see or taste.
Wonderful flavor for fish.
How do you decide what to include in a book? You have to narrow it down, I assume.
Yes.
Huh?
What I wanted to present in this book not repeat the same thing, unless the recipe was a little bit different from my original one. That was important. And I wanted to show Persian food is not just kebab.
Americans have one idea of Iran, which is mostly based on the politics
That's right.
between the two countries. How important was it to you to show a different side?
People of the country are not representing the government. Iranian people are very hospitable, very kind, and very educated. And I wanted to share that side of Iran. What touched my heart the most were the women of Iran. Nothing would happen without Iranian women as a backbone of the country, I think.
Insight into the country and a great meal.
Okay, perfect. My name is Najmiye Batmanglich. Happy Nowruz or Happy New Year to everyone.
What a treat. And on Instagram, we have a Persian New Year recipe for you to try at home, a yogurt and Persian shallot dip. You can find us on Instagram at NewsHour.